My name is China, aka China Wina, and welcome to my castle. Today's pick a card reading will be what form of self-love do you need right now in this very moment. We're going to be looking at your current energy, and then we're going to look at how you can bring in a little more love, a little more nurturing, okay? So I'm going to put some emojis up on the screen, and you're going to pick from those, and then you're going to go to your pile, so I will see you there. Welcome, pile 1. If you chose the broken heart emoji, then this is your pile. First of all, I'm going to ask, how was your day? How was your week? Whatever day it is when I upload this or when you're watching. Let me know that in the comments if you want to. Okay, so let's get into it as we should. Okay, so first of all, over here is your current energy, and then over here, even though you can't see it that well, is the self-love you need to implement right now, or the form of self-love. So for your current energy, we have regeneration in reverse. Didn't know I was taking reversals today, but and then we have exchanging gifts upright. Can you guys see it? Okay, so and then we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Tower, and then the Fool and the Hangman. The Fool is kind of to the side a little bit. So what I'm getting is something is preventing you from really blossoming, from really healing, from really blooming to your fullest potential. There's something that you are really putting a whole lot into, and you're not getting it back, which is why it's stunting your growth, it's stunting your blossoming, because you're just constantly giving. So it's in a sense, you're just giving too much away and you're not receiving anything in return. And so I'm seeing that there's something that you are really trying to communicate in a situation or to a specific person. There's something that you've really been trying to communicate. You've really been trying to get your point across about something. And I'm seeing that it's kind of being ignored. Something, maybe a need, a boundary that you were trying to express. There's something you're trying to express here that is being ignored, that's really bringing you down. You feel like you kind of have to hang your dreams up to dry. It's almost like, you know, it feels like whatever you're trying to communicate, whoever is on the other side or whatever situation this is, it feels like it's like intentionally, like you're intentionally being misunderstood, you're intentionally not being heard, whatever is happening here. So you're putting in a lot of energy here, and and you're going through a sort of tower moment where you feel like you just don't get a break, you feel like you just don't rest, you feel like you're constantly telling other people possibly the same thing over and over again, trying to express yourself, trying to make sure you're heard. And I feel like it's really taking the fun out of your life. You may actually be a happy-go-lucky person. You might be somebody who dances a lot. With the exchanging gifts here, there's somebody dancing. The lady is dancing in this. Somebody who is really just super fun and super light on their feet. And I feel like it's kind of taking that away from you, kind of taking that light away from you. And where normally you may be able to bounce back, I feel like in this situation, whatever is happening where you're being misunderstood or not feeling like you're being heard, but you are continuously communicating, I feel like, you know, it's really sucking the life out of you. You feel, I don't feel like you feel completely defeated, but I do feel like in your mind, you're like, is this even worth it? Maybe I should just let this go. Like, I should hang my dreams up of ever being understood right with this situation, because clearly I'm not being heard. Maybe I'm not ever going to be heard. And I just feel like there's kind of an energy here of like not really knowing what to do. The Hangman is Pisces energy, and it's ruled by Neptune, and the Tower is ruled by Mars, of course. So it's like you very much are rushing forward, and you are really giving your all to make sure you're heard. I feel like I'm being repetitive, so I'm gonna move over here because I have more to say about it. Okay, so over here on the form of self-love you need right now, we have Poised and New Life. And then for your tarot cards, we're gonna move these closer. For your tarot cards, we have the King of Swords, the Moon, the Four of Cups, the Empress a little to the side, Strength in reverse, and the Knight of Wands kind of to the side. So there is this other energy here with this King of Swords. So you might, like I said, there might be someone else that's, like I said, that you're trying to communicate something to that might be, I'm hearing a little sarcastic, but also they may use the time where you're trying to express something to try to express something on their side, when you're like, but wait, no, just listen to what I'm trying to tell you, because, you know, I'm trying to tell you this and because it's important, and here you are trying to talk over me or trying to take over the conversation. Like, no, listen to what I have to say. But I also feel like this could be you. Okay, so the form of self-love I'm getting is you need quality time. You need alone time by yourself. I'm getting, I just heard all the freaks come out at night. So whatever that means for you. But also I'm getting, you know, these people in these, the ladies in these cards are like really having a really big stretch. And so I feel like you need to dance, you need to stretch, maybe do some yoga even. I feel like yoga would work pretty well for you guys, something to just absolutely release. Go outside, maybe take a walk, maybe exercise, whichever of those you want to do. I feel like will really elevate your energy right now. I feel like you may not have been able to tend to the more, if you are a female, the more, well, regardless if you're a female or a male, I feel like you haven't gotten a chance to really tend to yourself and really cater to yourself in the way that maybe you used to, or the way that you really need to right now, because you've been focused on a lot of other things, and you've been giving a lot of your energy away, so you don't even feel like, I don't feel like getting my nails done, I don't feel like doing my hair, I don't feel like taking a bath. Not that you don't wash up, but I don't feel like taking a bath. But I feel like that kind of quality time is exactly what you need. Like some candles, you know, turn on some music that you really like, that you really vibe to, and just relax. And I feel like let this situation be what it is. I feel like there may be a lot of confusion on your part, because you're like, how is it possible that, like, I'm not being heard still? And I feel like I've expressed myself very well, and I'm continuing to. How is it possible that I'm not being heard in the situation, or this situation isn't working out in the way I feel like it should be working out? I feel like you need to give the situation a rest, take a step back away from it. I feel like, I'm not advising you to ghost anyone, but I feel like you need to kind of ignore people for a bit. Well, you can tell people, your loved ones and whatever, like, hey, I need some time to myself, if you can, that is. And kind of take a step back, because I feel like this step back will kind of give you the upper hand. And, you know, whereas you're rushing to really get your words out and express yourself, it's like a lot of fast pace and kind of, I don't want to say bashful, but it is in a sense, where everything might not be completely articulated properly. And maybe when you know, after you've had the same conversation over and over again, you take a step back and you're like, oh man, I wish I would have said this, or I can understand how this would have been taken another way. But I feel like because you're constantly putting yourself in that situation, you may not be seeing how things could be articulated better. You may not be seeing how maybe you are being manipulated in a situation. You may not be seeing what options or decisions you really have. You might feel like you're stuck in this. And I feel like, instead of putting your energy towards this, this situation, you should be putting it more into yourself, taking care of yourself, tending to yourself. And I feel like I just heard, I'm going to pray for you. So whoever, if you're in an argument or some kind of conflict with somebody else, I'm hearing the star. Oh, I didn't talk about the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is happy, and TikTok on the bottom. So I feel like, yeah. So this situation may just need some time. You might need to take a step back and think about it, but not too much. I don't want you. Actually, I take that back. Don't think about it, okay? Don't think about it. Don't think about anyone. Think about yourself. And if you are thinking about the situation, don't think about the other person. Think about you, okay? Really process your feelings, get through your emotions, work your way through the confusion and the darkness that you might be in right now. So that if you do come back to the situation, if you decide to come back and try again, you will have more clarity. You will have, you'll be more articulate, and you'll be able to elaborate more in a better way, a way that you feel is better. So I feel like right now, it may be very true that people are trying to like misunderstand you on purpose. And I feel like what you should do is just be like, okay, well, I tried. I'm going to pray for you. Whatever. I'm going to go do me, and you can do you, and that's completely fine. Like, we don't have to coexist right now. So I very much feel like you just, and the Empress is ruled by Venus, so Taurus and Libra. So very much you need to literally put in more self-love, okay? Literally tend to yourself. Maybe I'm hearing go sightseeing, like just see the beauty in like outside, just being outside, stretch. Maybe go to the beach, take a bath, like I said. I think I said that, I don't know. And then because I'm getting that you need to rebuild your confidence. I'm getting because you feel like you've been misunderstood, and no matter how many times you say things or try to express something, it's just not getting through. So I feel like this has kind of put a damper on your confidence. And like I said, you kind of feel like I gotta hang this dream up to dry. But I don't think that's the case. I think you just need to take a step back, reboost your energy and your confidence, allow yourself to regenerate, because regenerate is in reverse, because you've been just giving all your nutrients. You don't have enough to grow. So I do feel like you need to just kind of buckle down in yourself, be alone, and build up your strength and your confidence back up. Strength is ruled by Leo, by the way. The moon is also ruled by Pisces, but the moon, astrology-wise, is ruled by Cancer. So, like I said, if you nurture yourself and take some time, I feel like you very much could work your way through this confusion. Really decide, is this even worth me trying to express myself to this person or to this situation? Is there another way? How can I better express myself if I do decide to come back? Things of that nature. And the star and the Fool is Aquarius energy, Uranus. So with that, and the Tower is Mars, if I hadn't said that already. I don't think I did. So Aries and Scorpio. Do I have anything else? Let's see if there's anything that I missed. Anything that I missed for my pal one? Anything that I missed? Anything that I missed from my pal one? Whoa, that's way too many. That's too many. I'm not taking all of that. What are these two? The Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This may be a money matter. This might, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Justice in reverse. So this might be a money matter. Something with the law. The Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. So this might be a family matter. You might be trying to get a divorce or something, or maybe fighting for custody over kids, or maybe fighting for child support of some kind. And the Nine of Wands is on the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Pentacles poking out. And so We got Justice in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and Ten of Wands. So there's something that is really weighing on you right now. And I'm getting with the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, and something so very important to you, which is why you're putting so much energy into this. But as important as it is, I do feel like you really do need to take a step back, kind of give it some time. I feel like something, you know, with Justice in reverse, something that has happened to you isn't right, or is happening to you is not right. And I feel like literally that's why you're fighting so hard and working on this constantly, because you're like, something has to change. But I feel like you won't be able to continue this fight much longer if you deplete all of your energy. And I feel like also with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like something seems so like just impossible right now. Like right now, you, like I said, like I kept saying, hanging your dreams up to dry. But I do feel like if you take a step back, there will be some opportunity of some kind that will come kind of out of the blue. If you alleviate a little bit of your pressure, tap into your feminine, your yin energy, and be a little more receptive and not just go and fight. I feel like you very much will see some kind of opportunity, maybe a loophole or some way to get things to work out in your favor. Yeah, I feel like you just, you gotta get your energy back so you can stay in this fight for a little longer. And with Justice is Libra energy. So yeah, that is what I have for you, Pile 1. I really hope whatever is happening here works out, and I do hope, despite how things seem like, you know, they're crashing and burning, I hope that you really do take care of yourself and are compassionate and patient with yourself. I feel like however you're being wronged right now, I feel like it will turn around, but you do have to give it some room, some space to actually start to change a little bit. Yeah, I split the deck and the Ace of Cups was there, so I feel like, and the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I feel like things might quickly change if you just put more love and time and compassion into yourself and not blame yourself for the way things may be going right now, and be saying to yourself, oh, I must not be doing enough, I must not be working hard enough, I must not be saying enough. I don't want you to think that way, because that is not the case here. And I very much hope you take care of yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful day. That being said, that is all I have for you. Like if you wanna, subscribe if you wanna, comment if you wanna, and maybe even share. If you're picking another pile, I will see you there. If not, bye. Hello, my pile 2s. If you chose the comment or meteorite emoji, then this is your pile. First, I want to ask, how was your day? How was your week? What are you getting into? How are you doing? Comment down below if you want to. Okay, so over here is your current energy, and then over here, I know all is jumbled, but I'm gonna make it make sense, or try to. But over here is the form of self-love you currently need to implement right now. Excuse my little fumbling over my words. Okay, so first on this side for current energy, we have Yang, upright and blessed in reverse. Can you see it? I think y'all can see it. If not, it's fine. I told y'all what it is. Okay, so then we got the Ace of Cups, the Hermit, the Hangman, the Tower, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Moon, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and Strength for this side alone. I feel like you guys have, you might be currently in a connection or some kind of situation that you've put a lot of love and passion into. I feel like this is one of those situations where when things were good, they were really good, but when things were bad, they might have been really bad. It's like jumping from one extreme to the next. You or the person you were involved with or the people you're involved with may be very volatile together. I feel like there's something that made you retreat into yourself, something that's made you feel very unlucky and kind of like hopeless in a way. You've been through a tower moment. I feel like something has caused you to kind of surrender what it is that you wanted, so I feel like something kind of did not turn out the way you thought it was, or maybe the rose-colored glasses may have finally come off, and now you're seeing a situation or a person or people for what they really are. You may have been love bombed. I had been hearing that with the Ace of Cups. You may have been love bombed, or maybe you love bombed somebody else, whether you know what that is or you don't. But there's like a lot of emotions involved, and with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, you're very trapped in your head. So like I said, you're really withdrawn into yourself. The Hermit is Virgo. The Hangman is Pisces. The Tower is Aries and Scorpio, Mars. And Strength is Leo. The Moon is Pisces, but I will take it as Cancer as well. And so I feel like something has really made you just withdraw into yourself. And I feel like you do still, handle your responsibilities, interact where you're supposed to interact, but I feel like it's just you going. There's no emotion behind it, really. I feel like you may also be distracting yourself in a way. And the Moon and the Two of Cups was on the bottom of the deck when I was done shuffling for this side, so that tells me that a connection you were in or you had kind of left you very confused. And with the Eight of Cups and Strength, I feel like maybe you had to leave something or somebody. You had to leave them behind because something just wasn't right here. I feel like something took a lot out of you. And maybe I'm hearing what's love got to do with it, and also love just wasn't enough. So maybe you're coming from that kind of situation, and that's like kind of the current energy you're in, where you had the strength to leave a situation, or you had the strength to continue to be a functioning human after the situation maybe went up in flames. But it's just, you may feel very empty in a way, hopeless, life kind of maybe has lost its color a little bit for you. So on this side, for self-love you need to implement, we have mending here and yin. That was like that. So with these, and then we have the Two of Swords, Death, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Magician, and the Three of Wands. Death is Scorpio energy. I believe the Magician is Mercury, which is Virgo and Gemini. If I'm wrong, I will correct it. So with mending and yin, I feel like you have really, yin is, I feel like, the more receptive and emotional side. And like I said, I feel like you have really kind of shut this part down of yourself, because maybe you just do not know how to process your pain with the Two of Swords. And like I said before, something has left you feeling very confused, like a connection or something. You're feeling very confused, and maybe when this happened, you never really took the time, or maybe whatever responsibilities you have, you never got the time to really process what really happened in whatever situation you had to leave or are trying to leave. Maybe there's that too. And with death, I'm getting that this thing ended. So something that ended, you never really got the chance to process what really happened. So you're still kind of in the dark, and I feel like you've really shut down this emotional part of you, but you're still very mentally in it. It may still very much plague your mind, but like I said, whether you have to, like, there's something that, a responsibility that causes you to like really have to be functioning at all times, and you don't really have time to really process things, or you're just using, things as a distraction from what you're thinking in your mind. I feel like so the form of self-love you need right now is talking to somebody. So I'm getting that you need to talk to somebody, and if you don't have anybody you feel like you can talk to, I feel like you should journal. Yeah, I feel like journaling will work, and talking to yourself to really delve deep into what actually happened so you can finally process this and actually let it die and purge it and get it all out. Because I feel like maybe I feel like everything really happened so fast. I feel like everything happened so fast, and now that everything is kind of slowing down, it's like you're still kind of left with the feelings of it, and it's like you kind of put yourself on autopilot a little bit. Like you put the controller down, as if like, if life was a game, you put your controller down, but you still were getting hit and attacked, because the game doesn't cut off just because you put the controller down. So you're still feeling things, and I feel like it is taken away from your quality of life. And I feel like in order to regain your sense of self, your sense of personal power and hope for the future, and more energy and actual passion that's infused with emotion, like you have a reason to keep going, and not just you're going just to avoid things, or you're going just to go because you have to. I feel like you need somebody so you might even want to talk to a therapist that is self-love. You are putting money into yourself in order to, process your emotions, your trauma, whatever you have going on. So therapy. But like I said, if you don't have anybody to talk, you feel like you can trust to talk to, and you don't want to go to therapy, I recommend journaling. That is a really good form of self-love. Sitting with yourself and just writing on a piece of paper, allowing everything to come out. You may want to use journal prompts or something of that nature in order to really, stimulate some conversation between yourself if you have a hard time just writing, but yeah, so I feel like those are things you could do to really ignite some more hope. I forgot to say on the bottom of this deck is to be fair and between worlds. So yeah, I feel like you're in this this weird kind of transition period where you're like, something is over, but at the same time you're still carrying emotions from it because you haven't had the time or allowed yourself the time to process it. Please allow yourself the time to process it, because otherwise you will be carrying this on you for a while. To be fair, it reminds me of the Justice card, which is Libra. So I feel like literally I'm getting from to be fair, you owe this to yourself to allow yourself to purge this and process it, because I'm getting that there's so much more out there for you. You deserve love. You deserve better than what you receive. You deserve a stable connection and not something kind of so up in the air, something so volatile. You deserve self-love. You deserve inner confidence, okay? So, and you deserve the time. You deserve the time to take my bad. You deserve to take time off for yourself, for your well-being, your mental health, and all of those things, okay? Let's see if I have anything else. Is there anything else, Spirit, for my pile twos? Anything else for my pile twos? Just one card. Let's see, what is it? Ace of Wands. Yeah. So to really, I feel like literally you're just kind of, I don't want to say you're faking, but like you're on autopilot. You're kind of not really all there. So it's like let's get some real passion in here. Let's get some real passion in here. Some that's actually healthy and not just, you know, because you may be fearful or feel like you don't have the time, or maybe you just don't want to acknowledge what's going on. Whatever the case may be, like, Spirit is trying to help you to get some real clarity and reignite your passion for life, because I feel like maybe you've lost it. With the Chariot, I feel like you may be going in a new direction soon. But in order to start that, I feel like you do have to go within and be patient with yourself and really do the inner work, because I feel like you go in within yourself, but you aren't necessarily really trying to acknowledge what's there. You're kind of just in there because you're like, I'd rather be in here than out there. It's like the lesser of two evils for you. You're like, out there I got hurt. In here, I mean, there's a lot of thoughts that are hurtful, but at least it's better here than out there. I feel like maybe you are a little harsh on yourself, so I do feel like you need to use kinder words towards yourself if you do decide to journal or talk to somebody. I feel like you need to just be kinder to yourself, and don't be so quick. If you do talk to somebody, don't be so quick to swear off. The Five of Wands is here. Don't be so quick to swear off compliments and things of that nature, especially from somebody who really cares about you. And I don't mean compliments, but if somebody is like saying, oh, you are gonna get over this, don't be so quick to be like, I'm never gonna get over this. Basically, try to stay away from pessimism. Spirit really wants you to look on the brighter side and try to speak positivity in your life, and to use affirmations as well with the journaling. Even if you don't necessarily believe in it at first, to like make it a habit, and eventually your life will start to transform more than you think. Yeah, with the Five of Swords, I take that as conflict, but for you, I'm really getting it's like inner turmoil with yourself. But it very well could be outside. Whoever the person or the situation you were involved with, you may still be tied to them with this Devil card here, which is Capricorn energy. So you may have been dealing with a Capricorn. I don't know, but you may still be tied to this person somehow, maybe through family, or maybe you have a child with them. But I do feel like in order to wrap things up, or I'm hearing mutual friends as well, so there might be in your friend group. But in order to wrap this up, I feel like you really have to cut the mental ties before it starts to show physically that this is over, this is done. You have to cut the mental ties and the emotional ties first, and then the outside world will reflect what you've done internally. Things will kind of fall into place, but you can't expect like instant gratification. Like I said, you do very much have to give yourself time to heal. But I think, let me see if I have any more. I think that might be it for you. Any more, Spirit? Anything else? Spirit's like, no, ma'am. Oh, there's one more. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Work on yourself, okay? Really work on you. This is about you. Be selfish, okay? Be selfish with your time and your energy. Okay? And that is all that I have for you, Pile 2. Like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share. If you picked another pile, I will see you there. But if not, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Hello, my pile 3s. If you chose the coin purse, I think it is, the coin purse emoji, then this is your reading. First of all, I just want to ask, how was your day? How was your week? How's everything going? How's everything been? Comment down below if you would like to. So over here on this side, we got the energy you're currently in, and then over here we have the form of self-love you need to implement, or this form of self-love you need right now. Okay, so for current energies, we have go the distance and chaos and conflict. Okay. And then for tarot, we have the Hangman, the Tower, Temperance in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Swords kind of to the side. Energies, Tower is Mars, so Aries and Scorpio. The Hangman is Pisces, Neptune. Temperance is Sagittarius. The Lovers is Gemini. Yeah. So, I feel like you have a lot going on here. I was trying to get a read on your current energy, and a lot of different things kept coming out. So maybe just because the amount of people, like it's a collective general reading, so there's a lot of things people could particularly be going on here. But I feel like one thing I kept hearing is self-sabotage. But I also had been hearing that maybe you haven't been so thoughtful of those around you. Either you're doing this, or this is happening to you. Like somebody has been selfish and hasn't thought about you, or you have been selfish and haven't thought about the people you care about, and maybe you have hurt somebody. I feel like maybe you are the type to get tunnel vision when it comes to something that you really want, and you may get very impatient and you might push everyone away, not necessarily intentionally, but it's the energy of like, I'll do whatever it takes to get what it is that I want. And I feel like you may have made, and either you did this, or like I said, somebody else did this to you, an inconsiderate decision, something that kind of left somebody hanging, something that may have hurt somebody you care about. I feel like with the Page of Wands, there's this energy of like there's always something new that you're looking towards. You may have a lot of ambition, but you also might be young, or you just might be the type that wants to do a lot. You just like the adventure and things of that nature. And when you pick your next thing, you're like, okay, I want to do this now. Got to do whatever it takes to get to this. But I feel like something that you've wanted to do, or you did do, I feel like it kind of conflicted with a relationship you had, whether that be family, friends, or actual like a lover, a significant other. I feel like something that you wanted to do kind of conflicted with maybe something somebody else wanted to do that you cared about, or something that, or just something just wasn't aligning between you and somebody else and what it is that you wanted to do. And I feel like either you kind of did something sneaky, or like I said, this could happen to you, however it resonates. I feel like something sneaky was done and a decision was made, and you kind of like went the way you wanted to go anyway, regardless of what somebody else felt. You kind of only took your feelings into consideration and you went with it. Excuse me. And I feel like you thought that you might be, I'm sorry to say this, but you might be a little dramatic. I feel like you thought that, oh, if I don't take this chance, if I don't do this, I don't care what whoever so-and-so says. If I don't do this, I'm literally going to die. Like, oh my God, I'm going to be miserable if I don't do this. And then I feel like when you did it, despite, the person you cared about and the people you cared about, like what they thought or their feelings, I feel like you did it and it just did not give what it was supposed to give. I feel like then when you got there, you were like, dang, I'm so miserable. Like, this sucks. I should have listened, or I should have, taken into consideration their feelings, because maybe now you're feeling kind of alone because maybe you have burned some bridges. And I feel like maybe whatever rash, I feel like it was a rash decision. Whatever rash decision was made here, I feel like it was self-sabotage. I feel like it was indeed fear. So you self-sabotage, and maybe you kind of pushed people away on purpose, or you did this thing on purpose just because you were scared, and things of this nature. The Hangman and the Tower has come out in every pile, so everybody is very much going through their own Tower moments and things where it's just like a lot about having to do with dreams and things that people want to do. So yeah, that is a lot going on there. So, but for what form of self-love you need right now, we have Y in reverse and Treasure Island. So yeah, for this, I'm gonna be pretty blunt because this is how Spirit was telling it to me. I feel like the form of self-love you really need right now is to stop self-pitying yourself. Like, stop being so woe is me. And I feel like you really need to embrace what it is that you have now. Since you got the coin purse, I feel like maybe go shopping, spend a little coin on yourself. I feel like stop self-pitying yourself and work on your inner confidence. If you want to start with the outside, you know, to make yourself more comfortable, like, you can do that. But I feel like, of course, it's the inner that really changes everything. But anyway, for tarot, we got 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. I did not do that intentionally, by the way, where they kind of all have the same suit on the same, you know. But on the bottom of the deck, we have Yang and Round and Round. And then for the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the 3 of Cups and the Page of Cups. So, yeah, like I said, I feel like there is some self-pity happening here. And I feel like you don't feel stable, and I feel like maybe you never have felt stable. So I think the way you've been doing things, I feel like is how you've been doing them. I just feel like this time more people may have been involved, or maybe more people that you care about have decided to say something this time, and you just went anyway because maybe you are indeed scared of change, and you're like, I've been doing this is what I'm comfortable with. But instead you may have hurt somebody, or kind of made the people around you feel like, oh, they don't care what we have to say anyway, so why would we keep continuing to try and involve ourselves when clearly we're not wanted. But I feel like you also, another thing for self-love is I feel like you also, similar to Pile 2, they have the same form of self-love that I mentioned, which is journaling. I feel like you also need to journal and do some shadow work. I feel like is necessary. I feel like, yes, go shopping. Actually, go shopping, buy you a really cute journal, buy you some cute pens and all those sorts of things. And I feel like you should very much journal. I feel like you may also I feel like maybe if the people that maybe you hurt, or whether you didn't hurt them, if you have some family or some friends that you really love to be around and feel comfortable around, I say spend some time with them. Spend some time with them. Just go out and have fun, you know, splurge on yourselves, and maybe even them, if that's your love language. Maybe gift giving is your love language as well. So go out, buy yourself some gifts, maybe buy the people you care about some gifts, or treat them to dinner or something of that nature. I feel like Okay, so there's something you really want, and contrary to what I've just said, I feel like it's something that, despite you seeming to be the person who usually just goes and does whatever you're thinking of or goes to get whatever you want, I feel like there's something you haven't indulged in, maybe out of fear or whatever the case may be, or maybe this thing that you want is rather expensive. I feel like it would be okay if you got it for yourself. I feel like there's, like I said, you're a bit fearful, and there it might be a lack of confidence here with the what was me. So I feel like maybe this is something you really feel like you do not deserve. And I feel like after you do your shadow work, or while you do your shadow work, whatever the case may be, I do feel like you should rethink this. I feel like it would be fine if you got this thing. I feel like you deserve whatever it is that you are looking forward to getting. But I feel like if you are the person who really needs to feel like they deserve it and can't just tell themselves that, I do feel like shadow work. You should do your shadow work to kind of get rid of this self-pity, this woe is me, this lack of confidence attitude. I feel like then you'll feel comfortable indulging in some of the more expensive things that you want. I'm also feeling like you should, I feel like you are very good with your words, but I feel like the thing is you tend to speak before you think. So I feel like with decisions moving forward, I feel like you should sleep on them, because I feel like, despite you being good with words and despite you having good ideas, I feel like I said, you do them and you say them before you think about them. And I feel like maybe sometimes you kind of experience regret, or you might distract yourself in order to not actively feel the regret of what you said or what you did. So I feel like you should allow yourself the time to pause, to really rest. Rest is self-love, and pausing, taking a break, waiting is self-love as well. So resting, sleeping on it, whatever it is you're thinking about, I feel like you should definitely sleep on it, and really allow yourself the time to think about it and think about all parties involved. The Queen of Cups is here, so I do feel like either if this is someone else's energy, that's fine, but I do feel like you should, in the Six of Cups, so I feel like you should indulge in some things that have made you feel comfortable in the past, as well as making new memories and making stability for yourself in the position that you are currently in. I feel like with the Queen of Cups, you should be very passionate. I meant patient. I feel like you should be very patient with yourself at this time. That's kind of been the theme of all of the readings. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, okay? Don't squirrel away your emotions, okay? When you are in the process of thinking, also think about what you feel. So instead of thinking just, oh, I have this idea, I want to do it, think about what you feel about it, and think about other parties that are involved in what you're doing as well. So really analyze that. I also feel like you need to get to know yourself better as well. So when you're thinking, okay, I have this idea, how does it make me feel? I feel excited about this, but I also feel scared. Okay, why do I feel scared? And what do I do when I get scared? Do I act rashly? Do I just get stagnant? Why do I get stagnant? I feel like with why in reverse, I feel like you're diverting your attention to the wrong things. You're focused on the wrong things. So like I said, kind of self-pity. So you're like, why doesn't this work out for me? Why did I do that? Why am I like this? And it should be like that, but not so harsh with such a negative connotation as if something is wrong with you, or as if you just are unlucky. I feel like it should be more, okay, when I did this, I felt this way. Why did I feel this way? Because I thought this, and that. So really be patient with yourself. You don't have to observe yourself as if you're some kind of patient or anything. But, really, get into it. Let me see if there's anything that I miss. Spirit, is there any more messages for my pile threes? Are there any more messages for my pile threes? Are there any more messages for my pile threes? Is this the Five of Pentacles? Yeah. So, like I was saying, there might be something that you haven't indulged in out of fear, but you might also have a lack mentality, like you just don't feel like you have enough, or you don't feel like you deserve it. You may be very kind of frugal, maybe, like really careful with how you spend your money, which is funny because you got the coin purse for the emoji. And then the Seven of Pentacles over here for current energy. I'm getting that maybe whatever you were trying to do was to make you some more money. So maybe you aren't always picking things that are particularly, I don't know, it just feels like you rush into it when you feel like, oh, I can gain this out of it. Or you feel like you need to because you have a lack mentality. So you're like, I need to make more money. Maybe that's how you feel. But I feel like once you go within, the Ten of Wands in reverse also popped out. I feel like you will alleviate a lot of the burdens you're currently carrying on yourself. And a lot of that, the burdens are actually fear. I don't feel like they're always physical. Like there's things that are physically burdening you. I feel like a lot of that is mental. And I feel like your worries bring you down more than, and your fear more than the actual outside world. I feel like with Treasure Island, I didn't even touch on it really. I feel like you need to kind of embrace what is happening in the now. You need to be more present in what is happening day by day and really look. I'm hearing smell the roses. So I'm hearing things aren't so bad. It depends on how you look at it. So like with the self-pity and self-sabotage, I feel like it's all about your perception. So I do feel like you need to get into some shadow work. It ain't gonna be too pretty, but I feel like you'll feel better once you kind of, I don't want to say once you get started, because honestly, if we're being honest, I didn't feel better. But once you are doing it for a while and you really get to know yourself even better, you do start to feel better. Okay, I think that is all that I have for you for this reading. Like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share. If you picked another pile, I will see you there, even though this is the last one. If not, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!